2013 BIFF continues with an old friend of the festival, Ken Wyatt. 2 years ago, we were in a different venue, trying to squeeze in amongst all the chaos. Now we have a very own meeting room.
Oh yeah, and this venue, and when I first walked in here, I was kind of blown away. Actually, this place has blown up. The festival has blown up. It's gotten larger. It just seems like even people are nicer, not like they weren't nice before. I mean, everything is just like heightened. Everything is nicer.
So it's jumped up a level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
for 2 or 3 maybe.
Definitely, and like the gifts, the concession, everything is really a lot sweeter. I mean, it's just it's like I'm just so glad to be here.
As we learned earlier, there's some kick and bass in the auditorium too. Yeah, great film. Colored Confederates. What was the impetus for this?
Well, I was just minding my own business one day and was doing whatever I do, and a Caucasian friend of mine says, hey, Ken, you should do a documentary about Black Confederates. And I was like, are you serious? I mean, like, Colored Confederates? I mean, Black Confederates? I mean, I don't want people to think I'm perpetuating some happy slave myth. And then I looked on the internet and I saw, these images, and I saw videos, and then I had a curiosity. Well, Crispus Attucks, we fought in pretty much every war. We probably fought here too, and I wanted to know just for myself because nobody's touched the topic. So, and that's how the film got started.
Pretty appropriate for a film festival in a town that was so instrumental in what became known as the recent unpleasantness.
Oh yeah, well, again about that, with a lot of my films, especially with this film, I started out with one premise and it evolved over the film, and that's really fun. It's interesting, where I think I probably learned more than anybody.
That was my next question. Did you went in kind of with a blank slate?
Well, actually, I went in kind of au contraire. I actually went with it like, oh no, I don't want to touch this topic. Oh no, and because I kind of had this one mindset totally, and it kind of changed. It really was an eye opener. I didn't even know that I would meet somebody who would hold up a black guy who would hold up a Confederate flag and says, "Hey, this is my ancestor," So, and I got to hear his side of it, and that was really an eye opening.
It's it's been a state that's been involved in that controversy for a long time.
Oh yeah, especially here in South Carolina. I saw that whole video about the flag coming up and down, and I was living actually in Augusta when that happened, and it was big there. It's only across the state line, but man, I mean that was huge. And so at any rate, like I said in the Q&A, I was kind of like, oh no, that's kind of like the swastika was for Jewish people, for me, and now I look at it as like, wait, this is more like this was a battle flag. This is not everybody has the same reason for raising that flag. I put it that way.
Yeah.
And you can't just have one blanket, thing, and so and now I'm kind of like desensitized to it now,
But you said also in the Q&A when you take on a historical subject, prepare to get your
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. I learned that, especially with history, you got to be careful because really what I'm finding is more and more people want the history to be what they want it to be. I guess that's probably one of the underlying things I've learned about doing any history kind of topic. And you can take the safe route and just tell people what they want to hear, or you can just tell what you found, and that's what I try to do is give everybody a voice, and let the truth emerge. And I don't want to do a propaganda film, I don't want to do.
Well, that's what I heard a number of comments that there was really what was the point of view? Well, it was an objective one.
Yeah, I try to. At the same time, some people don't want that. Some people want you to tell them what think and this and that. But my thing is like with Colored Confederates, there's more than one. There is no blanket answer. There are some people who really fought and wanted to fight, and there's some who where it's a total scam, but at the same time, it's like I just let people see what I've seen, you know, and I learned a lot from the audience. They tell me things that I didn't know as well. So.
And there's a lot of interest in this internationally as well.
Oh yeah, in fact, it showed in Berlin. It's going to show in Australia, and I think there's another place. I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah. There are European Civil War, American Civil War.
Yeah.
Characters.
You know what? Somebody told me, like I said, when I showed the film, they have. That's right. I think you told me. There was in Germany. They have Civil War reenactors.
It's very strange.
It's
a strange
amazing.
obsession with American history. So what's next for this film?
Well, I think it's Australia, and then there's another festival, a couple other festivals, but you know, it's the educational market. It's showed at you know, Florida A&M, and it showed at a few other schools. It's like hard to be the marketer and the filmmaker, and you know, all these hats you know wear. But I'm just glad that somebody, you know, took an interest in the topic. And I even when I first started, I didn't even think I'd have an interest in the topic. And man, it's like, you know, yeah,
absolutely,
it's really gotten bigger and bigger. And I'm glad somebody actually went there. That's all. You know, it's really, that's what I do. As a filmmaker, that's what I do.
Thanks for bringing it, and as always, and check out Ken's other stuff at kenwyatt.com.